in the D Lounge. How are we all doing today? Love. Now, has anyone been here before? I can see a lot of familiar faces, that's for sure. But just in case you haven't been here, we have a very special chef in today that's been on other ships, on the Wish, on the Treasure. He's known for making the Jolly Burger, the Jolly Good Burger. Has anyone heard of that before? Yes. Oh, you've tried it? Oh, I need to give it a try. But those of you that have been here before know that we like to get these Anyone Can Cook started a very special way. Now, what I would like you all to do now is stand on up for me, because John, he doesn't come out unless he sees us all dancing and having a good time. So everyone stand on up, we're gonna get that music started, and we're gonna boogie, so let's see all those dance moves. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let me hear you say, ooh, 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 dance. Okay, everyone, please make some noise for Jon Ashton. Let me hear you say, ooh, ooh, sometimes I get a feeling, yeah. Let me hear you say, oh, yeah. I think we need to be dancing a lot bigger for him to come, so let's see all your dancers. Dancing out. Oh, he's there. Sometimes I get a feeling, yeah. John?
1 second, let me get the elephant out the room. I was a cheeky monkey.
Why?
I foolishly never had my right spectacles on, and I called you Kelly instead of Keely. And for that, I'm so sorry. Forgive me.
Oh, it's okay.
What
It's all right.
a silly sausage. There's nothing worse than someone calling you what your name isn't. So for that, I'm sorry.
That's all right, Bob. It's okay. It's fine.
Very
you
nice.
know, it's a pirate night tonight.
Yeah.
Where's your pirate outfit? Are you not going to be wearing one?
I'm English. I'm from Liverpool. We don't dress up.
But I'm sure everyone here would love to see you dress up in a pirate outfit. What do you say, everyone?
No.
No?
They don't want to see me dressed up as a pirate.
I'm pretty sure they do. Make some noise if you want to hear John dress up.
My little heart's fluttering. You set me up. I can see it already. No, I don't have a pirate outfit. I'm here to do a show.
Well,
No. Who's the son to do with you?
I'm sure I could maybe see if I can find you one,
They
potentially.
don't want to see me dressed up as a pirate.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. They definitely do. What do you think? We want him to dress up, right? How about I go and have a look? I'm gonna go and have a look. Just you wait there. You wait there. I'll just, yeah. No, I'll be right back. I promise.
No swords. Do you hear that? Unbelievable. Oh, sausages. The show is just getting... They brought me 2 bottles of wine today. My goodness gracious. I'm going to be like Dean Martin's fan club. Right, I'm not dressing up. How you doing? Thanks so much. As I go around the ship and you're all so kind. This morning I got up and she's coming back.
John? Oh,
Yeah.
I've dropped some of it on the floor, but you'll never guess what I found.
Gordon Ramsay?
No, look! It's a pirate outfit! And it's just your size! It's perfect!
What do you mean it's just my size? I'm a 28, but a 34 fits me better.
It just says large. I don't really...
Large?
That's all it says.
I gotta be honest with you, you might be struggling. Might be looking like an Italian sausage.
I mean, you're already in stripes.
If I put that on, it's large. It's gonna look like I'm doing bangers and mash.
I think.
Oh, sausages! I'm getting all hot. I don't have time. We're doing a show.
But Jeremiah comes, and Jeremiah likes to talk for England, like
Oh,
you.
yes, he does.
A little bit.
All right,
So-
maybe when Jeremiah's here.
Okay. What do you say, everyone? Do you think you should do it? Yeah.
Stop it. You're encouraging this person. I got up this morning, had a cup of coffee with my friends who I love with all my heart. They really, surround yourself with great people and they recharge your batteries. And I've got friends who I really love, and I met them all through Disneycruiselines, and that's the wonderful thing, that you get to meet new friends, and don't be scared to say hello to everybody. And my goal here is to create a big family. That's the whole goal in the whole world for me, and to bring more joy and positivity. And the best way for strangers to become friends is to say hello to each other. And now we're becoming a big family as we can become more together each day. So at this moment now, would you stand up and say hello to the person next to you? Because we're a big family. Now listen, I just said say hello, I didn't say borrow some money off someone. And don't be asking anyone for a drink. If you're going to buy anyone a drink, it's me. So I get up this morning, has my cup of coffee, get my frothy coffee, and then I go down the kitchen. A lot of people think that I just come here and I just have, the food. I just come here and everyone does it. But I go in the kitchen and I work with the team. We all work together, and just how you feel this energy is what we do in the kitchen, and that's why the food tastes so good. But this morning was different, because when you work with spices, and this is a good tip for you at home, when you work with spices, you've got to it gets on your clothes, it gets in your hair, the smell of the garlic, the ginger, the garam masala, it gets all in your hair. And so I was rushing, I was a wee bit worried, because I say hello to you afterwards and I give you a hug, but I didn't want to smell. You know what I mean? I'm at that point in my life where I shouldn't be smelling. No, I shouldn't. I should be selling sweet. Not like duty free, too much fragrance, but a couple of puffs and walk into them. So I go back to the room, and what I really love being on a Disney cruise about it, I don't know about your room because I haven't been there, but I love to, they have this pump thing. Oh, it's just great, isn't it? It's like when you go to the buffet, you have too much. When I go in the room, I hope there's no one listening. And I always slaver up. I do that, and I always do that. There was a song, it was called Car Wash. And I'll tell you, no, seriously, when you go in there, do it, you'll feel great. People say, why do you feel positive? When you go in the shower tonight, or this afternoon, just go as much as you can. And start with your head. You can't just go one. You've got to cup your hand as if you cup your hand, and you just got to fill that palm up, and you start on your head. It's always got to start on your head, and you just let it, and then you just sing the Car Wash song. I promise, it's the best thing ever.
John, do you think you could maybe show us?
sausages. If anyone's got that footage, delete it. Sharing it? Only at Halloween. Let's have an agreement. Oh, sausages. Hey, if I didn't tell you already, thanks so much for sharing a window of your life. Let's do some cooking. I was 14 years young. I went to Pagemoss Comprehensive or Barring Park School. I was a chubby boy, overweight. After Granny went up to see the good Lord, she definitely did. There's some family members didn't get to go there. Every family has a black sheep. If it doesn't have one, it means it's you. So, I hid it so he didn't see it. I was the one who got bullied at school, and it was this Indian student came in, Kamal Saeed, and when he come in, he was the first Indian child we had in our school, and because of his skin colour, he became the one who got picked on. And I went over to him a day after because the light was off me, and I said we might as well become friends. I went to his home, and my granny was from 2 world wars, but she used to just make bread and boil vegetables to death. But she had classic old fair British cuisine. I went to Kamal's home. It opened my whole world. We had naan bread, we had curry, we ate with our hand. I remember my lips were like, I looked like one of those HGTV women, the housewives. I don't know why I liked it. It was on fire. I come back to the house on my racing bike with my lips open, catching the wind like a fish. That day changed my life forever. I realised that food could be amazing. Kamal and I stood together hand in hand and went through those years where kids were bullying us. Both took the defeats, but somehow both celebrated the joys together. I would make Granny Ashton's bread, take it over to his house. His granny would make some of hers. And what a beautiful soul he was. So today we're going to make Indian butter chicken. It's not as authentic as what you would have in a restaurant, but it's something you can make at home. My goal is always to try to make recipes that you can make at home, but also encourage you to try different recipes. So I'll get it started and then we'll welcome the sommelier, because I want to make sure everybody has a glass of wine, and then there's a wee chance you can have another one. First thing we're going to do is ginger. Fresh ginger. It's important that you use fresh ginger. I think there's a big mistake. Fresh ginger is for a lot of savoury cooking. Every now and again, if you want a spicy, if you want a ginger snap a wee bit spicy, you could use some fresh ginger. But I'd use the juice because it can be quite fibrous. So you always want to use fresh ginger, not the powdered stuff. The powdered stuff should be baking for your gingerbread and in your cookies, but not in your actual cooking. I know sometimes in Jamaican cooking you'll see some powdered ginger in there, but you always want to use fresh ginger in that. Powdered is a no, no, no. No, no, no. What do you think? New sound effect? Did it work or no? Give me your fingers. What is powdered ginger? No, no, no. We'll get it right. I don't want to get him fired. Give us your fingers. Powdered ginger is a no, no, no. I'm on this side, I can see it all. I love it that some people don't want to do it, they're doing it, and then you get the person who's like, I'm having the time of my life. So we're going to get the pan on. They use a lot of ghee. Ghee is a clarified butter. Ghee you can get at Whole Foods now, you can get it on Amazon, you can get it in most grocery stores. It's a clarified butter. If you're making a grilled cheese, put ghee on the outside, not butter. Ghee stops the bread from browning. A lot of the times the fat in the butter causes your grilled cheese to brown. Use ghee. Change it. It's a game changer when you do that. I've got a pan. Let me do this pan. I'm going to add a wee bit of oil to it. I'm going to add some butter to it. I usually use some ghee or some oil. Gonna add a little bit of butter. The next thing we're going to do, everybody say good morning to Dario. Do me a favor, if you see Dario around the ship, say hello. Dario works alongside me, he goes all the way around the world, and he's one of the most beautiful souls the good Lord gave us. Take that for yourself, Dario. You can use that on your dating thing, whatever it's called, dating app. Dario's just lovely, he's amazing. If you ever want to date a good soul, it's Dario. You can use that, man. Ginger in the pan. I'm going to add some garlic. I'm going to chop some garlic. It's hard. When you have a glove on, it's really hard. I can't imagine working on Interstate 95 making lunch for all those guys on the road with the gloves on. Just gonna mince some garlic. Don't use the stuff. Don't use that stuff in a jar. I know you think about it, you think to yourself it's convenient, but it's got all chemicals in it and it tastes metallic. That is a... No. Do me a favour, give us a shake of the head as well, make me feel good. You ready? That is a... No. You know, I hope one day I get a show. I want to go back into the industry. I walked away a long time ago. I used to do a lot of TV and I walked away once it got negative. So the reason why I'm filming, because it's my time to shine and bring positivity to the world. So, honest to God, cooking's gone the wrong direction. People being unkind to other people over the love of food shouldn't be allowed. Should be put in culinary jail. Ginger, garlic, not too hot. Just cooking it slowly. Don't be as aggressive. Be nice. Let it cook slowly. We're not looking to get it too brown. You put it on too much heat, it's going to burn. It tastes bitter. Next thing we're going to do is add the spices. And this is, we talked a little bit the other day when we were making chicken tortilla soup. You want to add the spices and bloom them in the oil. It's called blooming. It's a total different game changer. When you add the spices to the oil or the butter, the spices completely change the way it tastes. If I add them to liquid, they're going to be okay. But when you add them to oil, the volatiles come out of it. So I'm going to add some garam masala. It's a blend of spices. We had our friend from New Orleans who likes spicy meatballs yesterday, and she said she likes some spice. It's just like a Cajun mix. Don't be scared. Because you see something, don't be scared. Just be open to trying this. And it's wonderful just for seasoning. Garam masala, olive oil, garlic, a little bit of vinegar. Great marinade for your pork, for your steak. A little bit goes a long way. A little bit like, I don't know, who could we say? Gordon Ramsay. A little bit of coriander. I'm going to add some onions, a small amount of red onion. Feel free to use yellow onion. You don't have to have red onion for this. And now I'm going to add some smoked paprika. Smoked paprika is one of those hidden spices that we don't use enough of. We think of paprika, we have the Hungarian sweet paprika, we have the spicy paprika, and we have the smoked. They're all the same chili, it's just different. So if the farmers if it feels spicy, they're going to call it spicy paprika. So if a recipe says spicy paprika, just take a little bit of chili and add a little chili powder. You don't have to have 7 or 8 of them. If it says smoked paprika, then you can add a little bit of liquid smoke to it, or you could just use that. You can replace it with regular paprika. It just means it's not going to have that smokiness to it. So I'm blooming the spices. If you add tomato paste is the most concentrated form of the tomato. We think of the plum tomato, we think of the chopped tomato. If you can, always buy plum tomatoes, because chopped tomatoes, they add a citric acid to it. Because it's chopped, they have to add citric acid to the can to stop the edges from browning. So if you can, buy plum tomatoes, and then when they take all of the water content out, then we end up with tomato paste. Tomato paste just doesn't thicken, it actually adds a lot of umami Our wonderful Jeremiah talked about it yesterday. We have 5 taste buds: bitter, sweet, sour, salty, umami. Umami tomato ketchup, why do we love it? Parmesan cheese, chicken stock, umami is a savoury taste bud. When it gets in there, it dances, it hugs your tongue, it serenades you. It says, I love you, but I don't know why I do. You're just a chef on a Disney cruise line. We stir it. We want to cook the tomato paste in there. Cook the tomato paste, it's roasting it. Remember, what we look for is that Maillard reaction. We talked a little bit about the fond on the bottom of the pan. We're just getting that fond. Now, if you think about when you make vodka sauce, very similar. Garlic, tomato paste, cream, and that's why we love the 2 of them. So now it's in there. Now, butter chicken was created in the 50s, but now we can see that it's all over the world. It's one of the favorites, and it's creamy and it's delicious. Classic butter chicken with having it cream. I like to add coconut milk. Feel free to use cream. So I'm going to add some canned coconut milk. I'm going to add some chicken stock. And why this is simmering away, I think this is the perfect time to welcome in our wonderful Jeremiah. Because you need it. Is it just me? Or do you guys need a glass of wine? Do you guys need a glass of wine? There's only one way I can do it, is if you sing for Jeremiah. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get him in here.
This is how I take my shower every morning. Very good morning. How are you, everyone? All right. Are you ready for the wine? Excellent. So what we're having today is a wine all the way came from Argentina, Mendoza. So the name of the wine is called Zolo, and the grape name is called Zolantes. I'm not sure have you heard about this grape or not, but just for information, it's related with the Moscato. But this wine is dry, so it's very aromatic wine, came from warm to hot region. When you have the glass of the wine, you can start to take the nose of this wine. You have present a lot of tropical fruit notes, just like the pineapple, mango, apricot, and also a little bit ginger, which is one of the best wine to pair with the butter chicken because it's a little bit spice, a lot of tropical fruit notes. Once you think about a little bit of this wine, you will give very low acidity. In general, it's very low acidity. There's much more fruitiness, much more fuller body. Yeah. Have you tried the IBA beer before? Yeah. What do you think about this wine? Does it taste like the IBA beer? Alright. So you might never heard about this grape before. Just for information, the wine from Argentina right now, because they are not good in the economy, so they start to explore another type of the different type of grapes, which is called Torrontés. Yeah, because they rely too much on the Malbec right now. So right now they start to want to export another different type of grape to the market. In general, in Argentina, they only export the wine is about like 20%. If you want to compare to Chile, it's more than about 70%. So they rely too much on the Malbec. Now they create another style of the wine. If you want to try something very aromatic and a very cheaper price, that's the best, one of the best option for you. Yeah. What do you think about this wine? Do you like it? Alright, very good. Alright. So where's the chef?
You know, I'm coming. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. No photos. Jiminy Cricket.
Everyone knows so.
this your idea? It is?
Yes.
Thank you, Kenneth.
This will be fit for you.
I think this is it. It looks nice. It looks like him. Yeah. Thank you, Kenneth. Round of applause for Kenneth. Sausages. I don't like dressing up. I'm not a cruise director. Oh, sausages. Oh, this wine. Arr. Happy days. This is good for the collection. So, you know, I think one of the things is when we cook, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I just, oh, sausages. I don't know if my face has gone red, but I really feel like a watermelon. I really do. Don't feel like a banana or an orange. I feel like a watermelon. I look like a Beetlejuice reject. I'm sweating past myself. I'm so embarrassed. Oh, sausages. If you can, try to cook the spices out. Let them meld. Raw spice is harsh, so we want to let it meld. We're going to use chicken thighs for this. So if you think about chicken thighs, the leg moves. We have two different types of thing. We have a slow twitching muscle and a fast twitching muscle. So the slow twitching is actually the leg. The fast twitching is usually where your fillet is. So if you look at the leg, oh, not in these pants, I can't. May, just do this for me. I can't do it in my trousers because someone's going to take a video and I already feel like a lemon. So just move your leg for me. So when it moves, all the blood comes, and the other leg, you're not one-legged. So all the blood comes through, and that's where all the fats come through, and that's why chicken thighs have got more fat in it and more flavour. Thanks so much, mate. You're a good man. You bought me a pint the other day, not like the other 99% of you. I do. Sausages. I honestly feel. Where is the real cold place in America? Is it South Dakota where it gets freezing cold? Where's it gets the coldest? I honestly, anyway, wherever it gets really cold, like really cold, do you know what I mean? You know when you go outside and you're talking to your friend and you look like a ventriloquist. Hello, Frank, how are you? Because it's frozen your face. I imagine if Richard Simmons went, these was his shorts. It's so cold. It's just unbelievable. So we're using chicken thighs because chicken thighs, they're more forgiving. You feel free if you want to use some chicken breast, but we're using thighs. We're going to add some, you can add just some yogurt to it. In the recipe it's got some yogurt, but as we always do, we always want to have a little bit of fun. So I'm going to take a little bit of tandoori spice. In the recipe is a midweek one, but I just want to show you another way of doing it as well. So a bit of tandoori spice. If you've got time to add some yogurt, add some yogurt. Yogurt, because of the lactic acid in it, is going to actually tenderize. You know, when we think of the beautiful South, they make them wonderful fried chicken. The lactic acid in the buttermilk helps tenderize the chicken. So now we're just stirring it around. Now in India, when they make tandoori chicken, often they'll put lemon juice on it first, but we've got to be careful with lemon juice, and you can certainly add it for about an hour or two, but after that it's going to denature. When we think about Peruvian cuisine, we think about ceviche, and basically you think to yourself, sausages, how's that work? And you put a wee bit of lemon or lime juice or grapefruit juice on something, but it's supposed to be cooked. So what we want to do is do that. Now I'm going to grate some garlic. Just take some garlic, and I'm going to use my magic grater here. ask for that 2 days ago? Didn't I ask for a box grater? Yesterday you left me with the Parmesan and now you bring this. If I would have had a box grater, I wouldn't have cut my hand. Thank you so much for finding that. Thank you. Chef, don't applaud him. I don't need a box. No, here. I don't need a box grater. What they do is they get back and say, how can we... You feel free to use a garlic press. You know, if you go along to jonashton.com and you go to the tools section, you won't see this grater, because I want you all to cook merrily. We're adding some garlic. The garlic's going to add an amazing flavour to it. The garlic in the chicken, when we use a marinade, adds a brilliant flavour. Once again, this is a little diversion from the recipe, but I always say I want to encourage you to cook differently. We let the chicken marinate. The chicken's marinating beautiful. The sauce is cooking just fine. They're bringing the food around. Look at these beautiful souls. Can we have a round of applause for all of these wait staff? You know, these beautiful team members, as you see them coming around, they bring all the food from far away, carry the big trays and bring it for all of us, just to have a wee nibble. We have this little nibble here and they do it for us. And I just, you know, I've always said to you, I believe in the karma of kindness, so let's just give them a round of applause. Thank you, guys. So the sauce is cooking nicely. I'm giving it a stir around. I want to reduce it beautifully. I just want to show you, if it's okay with you, we follow the recipe, but what we like to do as well is always get creative. So I just want to show you, you've got some rice left over. A fried rice is fantastic the next day. We often go for a Chinese takeaway or an Indian takeaway and we get leftover rice and you think, what am I going to do with it? Place it in the refrigerator. Fried rice is always better the second day. So we're cooking Indian, so let's just show you how to make a biryani, but a biryani just a quick one. So we're going to take a small amount of butter, which they would use ghee. You know, in Chinese cooking, we would use some vegetable oil, canola oil. We're adding some to the pan, and we're just going to make a quick biryani. Just adding it into the pan and melting it. I've got some rice, which we've pre-cooked. Whenever we cook rice, all of rices, remember with rice that it's always going to be just a finger over. So if you look at your finger, see that first mark on your finger? That's your watermark. So when you've got rice in a pan, just go with your finger, and when the watermark over the rice, wherever you touch the rice, the watermark is, that's the perfect amount. I think often what happens is you see a recipe for a dinner party, and that recipe in the dinner party, you want to double it. So say for instance rice says add 2.5 cups of water, but you have a tendency, you think, oh, I'm going to add 5 because I'm doubling it. Always remember that half a cup of water is just for evaporation. So when you do double it, don't double the half. So if it's 2 cups of rice, 2.5 cups of water, if you was to double that, it would be 4 cups of rice, 4.5 cups of water. I think a lot of the times people overcook the rice, and when you overcook the rice, it goes stodgy. And there's nothing worse than overcooked rice. There's only one way to save. If you've got a wet rice, there's only one way to save it. You've got to put it in a bowl of iPhones. ginger. You could add some garlic. Garlic, ginger, getting them aromatic. It's so lovely to hear the clinking. I can hear it. It's wonderful. Is it tasting good? Adding some onion. Letting this cook. At this stage now, that garam masala, it's just a collection of spices, but they're all warming spices. Cinnamon, cumin, coriander, they're all going to warm the palate. If you was making couscous, bit of garam masala. If you was making some, what's it called, what's the other grain? Give me some other grains. Quinoa, beautiful, well done. Add some garam masala. I'm just toasting it nicely. At this stage now, I'm going to take the cooked rice. Any protein you want, chicken, shrimp, banana, pork, peas, carrots, frozen vegetable mix, peppers, all in here. Whatever you've got left over in the fridge, as long as it's not green and mouldy, add it to the pan. We're making this fried rice. Giving it a stir. A little bit of salt. If you're on a low salt diet, don't add salt to it. Giving it a stir around. The curry's cooking beautifully. It's simmered. We want the sauce, the thickness of a maple syrup. When you think about how a sauce should be, it's just like a maple syrup. It should be wonderful. We're going to chop some cilantro with an orange glove on. At the last moment, we add the herbs. How does the food taste? Is it delicious? Do you notice it's not too spicy? Do you notice that it's just, if you can, add the spice towards the end. You can add some chili to it. I think you can waltz with spice. People are scared of it. But if you like it really spicy, then we start to add some chilies to it. So I'm going to take some chilies, but I'm going to normally serve the chilies towards the end. I'm going to add them in a bowl. If you do like it really spicy, then we can add the chilies to the pot. If it's just for you, happy days, we'll add them to the pot. These ones are going to be a nice spice to it. Now this thing now, it's going to be like James Brown. It's going to get right in there because we've added the spice. So we take the rice. We got some leftover rice from 6 weeks ago. From yesterday or 2 days, about 3 days, we got the rice. We've just made a quick biryani. I'm going to add some rice to the bottom. You could just use regular rice at home if you wanted to. You could add some vegetables. And then I'm going to take some of that curry. I'm going to take a wee taste. Has it got salt? Has it got good pepper? We talked yesterday with our beautiful friend who's lactose intolerant. Are you in here? No? I told him not to eat that ice cream last night. We would take some butter. It's called butter chicken. Small amount. Always use unsalted butter. If we use unsalted butter, then we're always going to get consistent results. Whether we're making this recipe in Canada, whether we're making it in America, whether we're making it in England, all the butter's manufactured the same way because it's unsalted. Whereas if I have Kerrygold salted, or I have Land O'Lakes salted, or I use an Australian G'day Barras, if I use some of that, the salt might vary, so that's why I always use unsalted. I take some of the curry and I place it over to the side of the rice. I want you to taste the rice because it's a quick biryani. I put some more chili in there because it's got a good spice to it now. I take some cilantro just towards the end, not too much, a little bit goes a long way. Take a spoon and then I get a taste tester. Is there anyone here who hasn't eaten a lot of Indian food in their life? You? Have you got a microphone, Keely?
I do indeed. I'm coming over.
Thank you.
How's the pirate outfit?
What's that?
How's the pirate outfit?
I'm trying to ignore it. I feel like a silly sausage. What's your name?
Michael.
Michael.
It's your obvious smile, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Where are you from? Las Vegas, Nevada.
Now, Michael, we had a Michael yesterday. Is that Michael over there? Is Michael in here from yesterday? No?
I can't say.
He was brilliant.
He was.
He was so good. So good. Now, Michael,
You said you've not really eaten curry? Not a lot. How many times have you had it? Less than 3.
now what is it?
Why don't you like curry? It tastes really good when you eat it, but the next day it's... memorable. Memorable.
Oh, sausages.
I don't know why you're sweating. I gotta try it.
Oh, sausages. Oh, sausages. Oh, heavens. I've added a small amount of chili to it. So, I think what we should do is, how are you with spice?
I'm
Great. Hold that for me. Okay, so what happens is, sometimes when we, our taste buds, I can't compose myself. I know what's going to happen. Do you see all the chili I put in there? What happens is when you have something with a bit of amusement, a little bit of spice, our taste buds tell us what's happening. The first day we had La Bamba. The second day we had that beautiful Pavarotti with Italian, and today we're going to have Indian. So let's see what your taste buds do for this. Close your... 1 second. I got you back.
That's what I'm afraid of.
So I want you to close and let your taste buds say what you're thinking. Let your taste buds say what you're feeling. Let your history of Indian food speak for itself. Chew it slowly. Think about it. Firing! I'm so happy you're here for my last show. You know, it's funny because as we wrap up today, let's go back to how we started. Back in the school, being bullied, meeting a young man who'd come to Liverpool dragged from Bangladesh as a wee lad, a chubby boy with no hope, no dreams, because everything was bullied by him. Social media started, Facebook, become really, really popular. I couldn't help it, because I'd never had a wee chance to say goodbye, to say anything to them. I left at 16. I never had the opportunity to ever see those bullies. And the names Carl Edwards, David Thompson, Michael Clark, they're still tattooed on this inside of my mind. I carried them around like a backpack with a weight. I went on Facebook and I wrote to each one of them, and I told them that I forgive them. I told them we were going through a rough time, and that's the way it was in life. I'm glad that it was me, because it helped me become seasoned. And just like a cast iron skillet, sometimes you've got to be seasoned to be a good pan. It's important in life to have forgiveness. It's one of the best things you can do. They made a mistake, and I've made a lot of mistakes. But the one thing I've learned is that forgiveness is the most important thing. So if some of you today, if someone's let you down, or someone here in the past, what I can say to them, say the name and allow them forgiveness, because you don't need to carry that for the rest of your life, just like I didn't. If I wouldn't have forgiven them, I wouldn't be here, right here with you, living my dream, being able to laugh, joke and celebrate, taking ingredients from the farmers and the fishermen. Forgiveness is one of the most important things we do. Doesn't mean what they did was right, but it means that we don't want to carry that no more. And it's the same for ourselves. We made mistakes, but it helped us grow to be a better person. Life is the longest education you'll ever have, and you'll keep on learning it, probably keep on making mistakes. But if you do, say to someone, I'm sorry, I appreciate it, and here I am today, a new person. Just like a whiteboard, wipe it clear and start again. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for lining up. I know it's a long line. I hope you get something out of the class, and I really mean it. Thanks for making this Liverpool lad's dream come true. Keely, thank you. In the booth, controlling all the music, can we give audio a round of applause? All of the culinary team, give them a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause because you're so kind to me. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheerio.
One more time, let's make some noise for Jon Ashton.